Hey everybody, Captain Algebra here. It's the beginning of the month, which means it's the best time of the month because Video Games Monthly is here. Let's find out what we got in this month's box. So, first of all, I need to apologize. Last month, I said this was my 10th anniversary with VGM, but I was a year too early. This is actually 9 years, so it'll be November of 2025 will be 10 years with VGM. So I looked back, and I think it's March of 2016 was the first time I made a video, and I know it was the previous November's when I started. So I don't know how I got a year off, but it is what it is. So still exciting, 9 years is pretty cool. It's not as awesome as 10 years, but it's something. But we got our boy Floyd. Alright, it's pretty light. I'm assuming a lot of handheld games this month. Nothing wrong with that. We do have 2 up. Sweet. So we should have 5 games this month. Let's see. Yep, there's definitely 1, 2, 3, 4 handheld games and a Super Nintendo game. I don't know if I feel a here's a bubble wrap. I don't know if I feel a Trinket this month. So maybe I'm just missing it. We'll look when we're all done. But let's go ahead and start with the handheld games. We'll start with a Game Boy Advance game. We've got Chicken Shoot 2. Now, I do have a Chicken Shoot on the Wii. I don't know if it's related to this game at all, but that's basically a light gun shooter where you shoot chickens, if I remember correctly. It looks like it could be like that. Obviously, it wouldn't be a light gun game because it's a GBA game. Judging from the cover, it doesn't look to be that great of a game, but you never know. You just never know. Hey, I got 2 free games this month, so I can't complain too much. Alright, there's another GBA game, and we've got Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy. I have no idea what this is, because it's freeze frames though. You would think it's like taking pictures. Is it like a Pokemon Snap clone, except with like Nicktoons? I mean, it could be. It also says Frenzy, so that makes me think of like a party game, like a Mario Party almost. But I honestly have no clue. And the label art is not giving me any clues. It just says Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy, and there's just like a design on it. So I got nothing. Alright, now we got some Game Boy games. Feels like 1 Game Boy Color and 1 regular Game Boy. Let's go with the Game Boy Color. We've got Tarzan. Nice. Recently I got Tarzan on the N64 from them. That seems like a pretty cool game. So I'm hoping the Game Boy Color game is fun too. I don't know if it's going to be like a port of the N64 game or if it's going to be slightly different. I would assume it to be kind of different because, N64, Game Boy Color, not quite the same type of console, but you never know. So yeah, I'm excited to try this. This is the pick of the box because Disney games tend to be pretty decent. And like I said, the N64 Tarzan game was fun, so I'm hoping that one will be fun. All right, now for the regular Game Boy game, or I guess it could be a Game Boy Color game, I don't know. It is Tom and Jerry. All right, another game I'm actually pretty excited for. Tom and Jerry on the SNES is very, very fun. I've not played enough of Tom and Jerry on the NES to know much about it. I feel like a lot of times the Game Boy and NES games are very similar. DuckTales is like that. DuckTales 2 is like that. Darkwing Duck is like that. So very possible that Tom and Jerry on the Game Boy is very similar to Tom and Jerry on the NES. But don't quote me on that. I am not sure. But still, it is another Game Boy game that I'm adding to the library, and I'm excited for that because I do really enjoy Game Boy games. It's a very underrated system. Not a lot of people talk about it, and they should because they're fun. And last but not least, from the greatest console of all time, Dyer, I'm calling you out again. We got the Super Nintendo, and we've got Pitfall: The Mayan Adventures. So I do have this on the Sega Genesis, and it is a pretty solid game. I've not put a lot of time into it, but it kind of is obviously a lot updated graphics when you compare it to like Pitfall on the Atari 2600. But yeah, I enjoyed the little bit that I played of it. I've heard that's a pretty decent game. It's definitely better than like Super Pitfall on the NES. So yeah, I'm excited to play this one. I don't know if there's gonna be any differences between the Super Nintendo and the Genesis game, but if there are, I doubt it's gonna be that much. They're probably pretty similar games, but nah, not too bad. I mean, we got a 2-up. 2 of those Game Boy games I'm definitely excited for. Tarzan and Tom and Jerry. Pitfall's pretty cool. And who knows? Nickelodeon Freeze Frame Frenzy and Chicken Shoot 2 could be good. You never know. They might be gems. We'll have to play them and find out. And I do see the whatchamacallit, Trinket for this month. We've got a Video Games Monthly tattoo. That's pretty sweet. Maybe I'll wear this in next month's video. We'll see. But not bad for a 9th anniversary box. But yes, next year is the 10th anniversary. Super excited. But let me know, what is your pick of the box? If you guys played any of these games, let me know. But until next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.